Hey, what's up, everyone? I today's been a really good day, and I'm in a really good mood. Very motivated, so I thought I would take advantage of this and make another video. I know I posted one yesterday, and then one like 4 days before that, so I'm kind of a little bit on a roll. So before I kind of get in a little bit more with my laughing gas abuse, just kind of want to recap today and just I don't know, express gratitude for having such a wonderful day. Treatment's going really well. IOP's going really great. Have a great counselor, a great group of people. Things are going really well at the sober living house. All the housemates are super cool. And finally, I was able to not only weightlift today, but I was able to also have a nice bike ride to Walmart to get some groceries. And just ate some pretty good food today. So I'm pretty energized. I know the past two videos I've talked about kind of my the effects of the laughing gas abuse in terms of my thinking and behaviors that had really, where crap hit the fan December of 2019. And I talked up until about May 2020, where I had just about reached the very end of the abuse because of the inability to walk and, of course, being broke. I think I mentioned in the previous video, that wasn't even really quite a rock bottom for me because even though I was almost completely broke and I couldn't walk and therefore couldn't drive to the store, I was able to find a way to have it delivered to my apartment. So I kind of want to backtrack a little bit to where things really, like my first bit of kind of the mania and psychosis that first happened. I've experienced a little bit of this in the past, many years prior, when I was still in school. But it was pretty brief, and the abuse wasn't nearly as much, so that wore off pretty quickly. But this was the first time where it really had pretty profound and lasting effects, even, going a week or two without the use of it. But it was kind of brought up in group today, because I mentioned doing a blog and doing videos as a way to essentially journal. Some of the participants expressed interest, and they asked me what it was called. So I told them, which, is the title of my YouTube channel as well, The Confessions from a Dangerous Mind. It's inspired two-part. I know there's a movie, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, but one of my favorite rappers, Logic, I enjoy a lot of his albums, but the one I had started listening to when I first had the onset of the mania and the psychosis was Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. So that's the first kind of reason. And the second reason is the delusion that I had that I was, reaching some sort of otherworldly epiphany. I'd gained some sort of special knowledge by, being in a deep nitrous binge. But, coming out of those binges, it would always, I would just be so close to, discovering the secret of life, or the, just stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to talk about, I guess this is going to kind of be a preamble because it's getting late. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the delusions I had experienced and some of the behaviors. I don't know how many of you are familiar with mania and or psychosis, but my onset of mania had started with me being extremely, I'm usually a fairly impulsive person, but I had gotten much more impulsive. And I was having grandiose ideas. I was having quite a bit of grandiosity, and just very motivated, just very energized to want to do things. So, I reached out to my director of nursing at the place I had been working at the time, and I had asked if there was a nursing manager position available. They weren't doing the nursing manager position, but she did say I could train to become a house supervisor. So I had taken her up on that, and I'll have to get into the first few days that I was training, because I was definitely having quite an experience at work. But so at this point, it wasn't so disruptive. I mean, it pretty quickly became more of a psychotic psychosis from a heightened mania, where I did have, misperceptions of reality, and kind of what was real and what wasn't. I had known that my thinking was bizarre and irrational and disorganized at times, but I guess it's hard because, I'm not schizophrenic, and I don't know what it's like to live with schizophrenia, but even though I had those bizarre thoughts and behaviors, I knew that they were bizarre and, not reality focused, where a lot of people with, some sort of psychosis, episode, they usually lack insight into their illness or their experience, and so they don't believe that they're, having some sort of interruption in their thinking and behavior. So I wasn't like super impulsive, but I was doing, stuff. With that example, with reaching out to my nurse manager, that's something that I would never do. I mean, I was pretty content with just working as a floor staff. But yeah, so with the Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, the album, it was interesting. One major, common delusion that I had was ideas of reference. And for those of you that don't know, someone that's experiencing ideas of reference, they believe that there are secret messages in songs or on a television show, radio, what have you, that most people would perceive as just normal. It's just someone put that out, because they wanted to. Whereas with my idea, with me having the ideas of reference, I thought that there were secret messages in the album, and it kind of fed off of just coincidences in the lyrics, and of course, the associations between the lyrics and kind of what I was experiencing at the time were pretty loose, but because my thinking was altered so much, it really felt that it was meant for me at that time, as some sort of, like I said, message. So that was really prevalent, and not just with that album. I mean, with a lot of music, even just weird coincidences in my everyday life, whether that be at work or outside of work, and it just kind of continued to reinforce my delusional thoughts. I was listening to music, and that kind of just popped in my head, so I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that, but again, kind of more just to recap today and just express my gratitude and appreciation for how my recovery has been going so far. In 4 days, I'll be finally at the 30-day mark, and I'm really looking forward to it. 2 weeks after that, I will be entering territory of being having the most sustained period of abstinence from any substances since I was about 21 years old. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm a little scared because I've had so many relapses, but I really feel that I can build a strong foundation. So I just want to continue to do things like this to kind of reinforce and secure that foundation, so that way I can be successful. So thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope everyone else has been having a good day, and I will be doing my best to put out another video in the next few days. Hopefully I can get a little more in depth. So thank you for listening. Have a good night.